non-otaku.
Okay, let's do today's word of the day. Oh, wait, no. Let's talk about...
How dare you? How dare you try to skip the theme song conversation?
Welcome back to 2AM Otaku. I'm your host Mayu, a born and raised Japanese non-otaku, and
I'm Cisco, an American otaku.
In this podcast, we share reviews of anime and manga through our distinct perspectives with commentary on Japanese culture, history, and language. Cisco,
What's up?
We finally can talk about this anime.
Were we waiting?
I mean, we didn't have a chance.
I guess that's fair.
I think technically we could have talked about the movie.
Yeah.
Which was really fun to watch.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch.
It was not based on the original manga.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a totally new story.
Yeah.
Anyway, finally, we can talk about Spy Family.
Yes.
Season 3.
That's right.
So we just watched the first episode, and today we'd like to give a take. We can also talk about Spy Family in general.
Seasons 1, 2, and the movie.
Yes.
It's a lot.
All about Spy Family. And we need to talk about the opening theme song for Season 3 Spy Family.
Yes, we do.
Because it's really important.
Yes.
Before we start, we'd like to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, questions, or even suggestions we should talk about. Send us a message to the email to the description, or you can use Spotify and the YouTube comments section as well. Let's talk about the first episode of Season 3 Spy Family.
Okay.
With spoilers. I mean, not much.
There's not that much to spoil.
Not that much to spoil, but we're going to talk about it.
All right.
Yeah. So what was your take?
It was fine. It's got 2 episodes in it, basically, right? It's got like the first half is about Anya, Lloyd, and Yor being at a park and then stopping a guy from going nuts with like construction machinery.
Yeah. And
then the second half, which is way funnier, is about Agent Nightfall and Frankie, which is great. Frankie's like one of my favorite parts of this show anyway. But yeah, it's about them being together on like a mission kind of. And so that's quite entertaining. And I liked that half a little bit more.
I like Nightfall character a lot.
Yeah, Nightfall's hilarious.
She's so funny.
She's
like because like she almost never express herself, and then like her face expression is always the same.
Just
but
dead,
inside of her, like
right.
A lot of things are going on. I love that.
Do you relate to her?
I guess so. Now, yeah, as I was saying, I thought, oh, that could be me. Yeah, it was cute. The first like half was like, Anya detecting something danger and trying to tell everybody without telling that she has super skill.
Right.
Like a regular Spy Family episodes. But it was nice comeback story.
For who?
For people.
Oh, just like to reintroduce the series? Yeah, and be like, just in case you forgot what's going on with this story.
There was a recap, basically, at the very beginning of the episode. Like, okay, Lloyd has this power.
Yeah, I really liked that. I think, like, for me, it brought very much like One Piece vibes. For years, I don't think it does this anymore, but for years, One Piece would open with like about like a 15-second intro, maybe not even that long, maybe like 7-second intro, where they explained what the hell was going on in the show. And I really liked it. Partly they just had like a great voice actor doing the voice of like explaining what is going on. But yeah, the sort of like recap of like, here are these 3 characters. Each one has a special power. They live together in a family. Next, like, I don't know. I enjoyed it for some reason. Like I found it nostalgic and soothing.
That's good. Yeah. So like, I think it'll be nice to watch the first and the second season, but I feel like you can start from season 3 too.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like some things have happened so far in the story that you get, they'll have to introduce Yuri at some point to be like, oh, he's Yor's brother and he's in the State Security Service, right? But there are really only 4 important characters thus far in the story: Anya, Lloyd, Yor, and Yuri, right? Can you think of anyone else who like really matters?
And
I guess Frankie, sorry, 5. But like there are other characters where the manga is right now, where they've like taken these people who were side characters and developed them into like much more important people. Like I guess like knowing like Becky and Desmond a little bit, or maybe just Desmond because he's like part of the mission. Like Becky's her friend. Like they're not hugely important. Like, you know, the headmaster, like they met him in season 1 and he's like he's not the headmaster, actually. He's just a teacher at the school. But there's like, you know, there's some side characters who at this point aren't super important yet and haven't experienced a lot of character development. Some of them will later turn out to be like more or less important. But yeah, I think we're not far enough in the story, even by season 3, to need to know a lot more about what happened in season 1 and 2. And I think like they'll recap it in a very obvious way later. Like I'm now actually going to struggle to know how many Stella stars has Anya gotten thus far in the anime? You have no idea?
I don't remember.
I think like not more than 2.
At
She's
least
definitely gotten 1.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't remember whether she's gotten a second one or not in the anime. How many Tonitrus bolts does she have? Tonitrus bolt is the opposite of a Stella star. It's like when you do something really bad, they give you a Tonitrus bolt.
Really?
Yeah. And if you get too many of them, they kick you out of the school.
It sounds like my language school in Vancouver.
Yeah, it does. But so I think she probably has at least 1 Tonitrus bolt, but I don't know if she has 2 yet in the anime. It's like hard to keep track of these things. I guess there's little things like that you would also want to know if you were going to start watching the anime in season 3. But most of the pleasure and fun of the show just comes from the fact, like comes from the information you get in the intro of like, one is a spy and no one else knows it. One's an assassin and the other 2 don't know it. One is a psychic and the other 2 don't. I guess Anya knows everybody's secrets because she's a psychic, but like they're all keeping secrets from each other. And that's like the main fun of it.
Yeah. I remember when you started reading Spy Family manga, you told me, oh, this is funny. You like it.
Right.
Even way before it became anime.
A hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the beginning of the manga was really good. Like the first, second, third, fourth chapters, like I would say maybe like the first 20 chapters, maybe even like 30 to 50 are great. And then it kind of like hit this slow patch where like after they've introduced all of the main characters and after you've had like, I don't know, I'm thinking of the episode where Lloyd and Nightfall have to go to the tennis tournament.
Yeah,
it's
that
just
was
like
funny.
That one's hilarious because like all of the Nightfall ones are pretty funny, like regardless of what's going on. Like those ones are really good. But like after a certain point, the show started to really slow down because the 3 main characters can't ever really like it's hard to get them to be in the same episode. Essentially, they've got like 3 very different things going on, and you know, Anya's only like a kindergartner basically, right? Or like maybe a first grader, you know, like there's like sort of some like plot challenges that the show has. Like, are we going to watch her for like 18 years or 13 years growing up, like before she can become an Imperial Scholar? Like, it's not going to make plot sense for her to be an Imperial Scholar as like a second grader, right? So you get the sense that, oh, it's going to take a really long time for this mission to be over. And then you're like, are they really okay with like their best spy just like chilling for like 13 years? Like that's like most of his adult like prime of his life. Like the artist took a break for a while. Like he drew for like a long time. A couple of like major things happened, and then like there was a long flashback sequence, which I'm sort of wondering if like we're gonna get there in the anime in this season, if we're gonna like get up to that place where he took a break for a long time. And then he came back to it later. And since he came back, I feel like it's actually had like some better pacing of like some other avenues towards moving the plot forward that don't involve waiting several years for Anya to grow up or like a time skip or something. But the show can feel really uneven because like the Bondo episodes, for example, like, you know, you're not getting any significant plot development. It's like a dog having like a dog's life, which is like often entertaining, but like doesn't really feel like, oh, I'm glad you made this episode. You know, very often there's like these side missions that don't end up connecting to anything, like the one today where it's like, oh, they stopped a guy from like demolishing a park. Okay. You know, like it didn't really like move the plot in any significant way. And there's a lot of those. And so I think like it started to find its rhythm again in the manga, like after the break that he took. But I hope that the anime has the good sense to avoid that by either putting in original content that's more interesting than like some of the, I don't know, for lack of a better way to put this, filler episodes that are in the manga, or like just skipping some of it and like letting it be an accelerated timeline. I have to say the movie Spy Family Code White was amazing. Like they nailed it with that movie, which was a totally original story that didn't like move the main plot along at all, but was like what, hour and a half long, like fun episode that really let like all of the characters kind of shine. It had, I mean, I will say this about the movie. The movie's plot is basically the same as the plot of the one where they go on the ship for a while. Do you remember this? They're escorting a woman who's trying to leave Ostania and go to Westalis because she's like in the mob or something. And they all go on like the pleasure cruise together because like, I can't remember why Lloyd is there, but Anya wins like a ticket, I think. And so they're all on the cruise together, but it's actually Yor's job to be there to like prevent this person from getting assassinated. And then she has to fight a bunch of people. Like it's kind of the same plot as that. They're on like an airplane or something for a while. And like it made great use of the core sort of like structure of a good Spy Family episode, extended it to a movie length and was like very satisfying. So I kind of hope they like managed to do a little bit more of that in this season rather than feeling like, oh, well, it was in the manga, so we have to do like this story that's like kind of whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I like the movie too. It was like perfect, like family style.
Yeah.
You know, everybody can enjoy the movie together. Some about violence, but not terrible.
Not too much, yeah. Well, it was,
This season, season 3, when I checked the rating, it says 16 plus.
Yeah. I think it must be for like killing. Like I said, there's a part coming up, and I don't really want to spoil things, but the manga like took a sort of unexpectedly serious turn in the middle. I don't know. Should I say anything about it or not? There's like an extended flashback that happens in the manga that's actually quite sad. And it explains like some of the characters' motivations and stuff in a way that feels important, but is also like, you know, I mean, a lot of the series message is actually war is bad. And like the reason for all of this spy stuff that's going on is because war is such a calamity. And that doesn't really explain Yor is like murdering people left and right all the time in ways that like feel kind of problematic, right? But like Twilight's mission is to like prevent war from breaking out. And so yeah, like I can picture some things that are like disturbing and sad being in this season in ways that like you might not want like a small child to have to witness and like deal with.
I see. And I know we both like Fiona. Is there any favorite character?
I really like Yor a lot. I mean, partly like she's very like naive kind of, right? And like charming in her like simplicity. And like Lloyd is so cool that it's really hard not to like. I think I like all of the characters, at least all the main characters. Anya's so cute and like funny, right? So I think like they made a very likable main cast. And even though like all of them are sort of flawed people in terms of like what they're actually doing or some aspects of their personality, you like really want all of them to be happy and you really, really want them to stay together, even though the central conceit of the show is that like, when they inevitably find out about each other, like this family isn't gonna pull through, right? It's sort of like warm, happy atmosphere, and like the likable characters are a big part of why I think it's a good show.
I just checked Wikipedia, and this says voice actor Tanezaki Atsumi, who does voice for Anya. She first auditioned for Yor.
Right. I actually knew this story. Yeah.
But then she was like, maybe I should audition for Anya just in case, and then she got the gig. She also does voice for the
Freeran and Anya are the same person.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, I wasn't prepared for that revelation. Wow. Okay.
And you know, she was also Gyokyo-sama in the Apothecary Diaries, pink hair.
Yeah. Okay, I knew that because I remember talking about that earlier. But wow.
And then Yor is Kocho, right?
Okay, yes, that makes sense. That's right.
Voice actor for Bondo does all the narration.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Nice.
Yeah.
They're all really good.
Yeah. Okay, let's do today's word of the day. Oh, wait, no. Let's talk about...
How dare you? How dare you try to skip the theme song conversation?
Oh my God, I just forgot. Let's talk about the very important topic of today episode, which is
the theme song is by Spitz. Yes.
Why is this so special for you?
Spitz is my favorite band of all time, and I just can't get enough Spitz. So I am absolutely thrilled that they got to do this opening theme song.
Can you explain for listeners who don't know about Spitz?
You should just listen. Just like search Spitz and start listening. Like that's what you need to know about Spitz. They've been around for a long time.
Long time.
Every Spitz song sounds pretty similar to like at least like 50 other Spitz songs. Like their sound is very consistent. I would say like they actually have like about 3 or 4 different kind of like song patterns, but they're all like, I don't know, like I'm like one of these people who can like, I'm definitely the kind of person who can eat the same food forever. Right. And I feel the same way about like listening to music. Like I wouldn't, if Spitz never recorded another song and all I could listen to for the rest of my life was the existing catalog of Spitz songs, I would not be upset. I'd be like, that's fine. And so I don't know if it's like for everybody necessarily, but like, I love it.
Their songs are so easy to listen.
Yeah.
Soft.
They're like soothing.
Not too soft. Soothing. Yeah.
Yeah. They like make me feel relaxed.
The
like,
voice.
Yeah. They're great.
They're
and so
amazing.
I love Spitz.
Yeah.
And so I'm very, very happy that they got to do this. And like, I wouldn't say this song is necessarily like my favorite Spitz song ever, but it's a really good one. Yeah. And I'm just so happy that they got to do this.
Yeah. The theme song is called Hio Mamoru, Protecting Light.
Yeah.
We haven't listened the ending theme song for season 3 Spy Family, but it's gonna be Actor by Ikuta Rira.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Do you know her?
Yoasobi, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing
the singer from
her solo name is Ikuta Rira.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, me too. Let's move on to what?
Already?
Okay.
I could keep going. No, it's okay. It's fine. I could keep gushing about Spitz forever. We don't want to talk about the other Spy Family theme songs, though, like the first and second seasons.
Sure. What's your favorite one?
I really liked the first one.
Mixed Nuts.
Mixed Nuts. Yeah, Mixed Nuts was like good. It was too loud.
That's what I thought too. But like as I kept listening, I got used to it, and it's such a fun
And now
song.
it's fun. Yeah, no, I really liked that one. And I liked the animation of that one a lot because it really focused on the sort of spy aspect of it in like a kind of cartoony via Anya's sort of view way. But I really dug that one. And then I liked the Bump of Chicken one too. Were there 2 different cores in the second season and they had different openings?
Episode 2 to 12 was Mixed Nuts. Episode 13 to 25 was Souvenir by Bump of Chicken.
I liked that one a lot.
Yeah.
I thought
it's
that
like a
was
fall theme.
Yeah. They're sort of outside and fall. Yeah. Like the animation is really pretty. The song was kind of good. Yeah, I liked that one too.
Do you remember 26 to 37, Kura Kura by Ado?
Yeah, I didn't like that one as much. Like, no shade on Ado. They're great. But like, that was the one where they were like parachuting and having tea at the same time.
I honestly don't have that memory.
Don't have that memory? Yeah. It did not stand out, and I didn't love either the music or the animation as much as I liked the previous 2 openings, and so it felt like a little bit of a step back. That one didn't stick out for me compared to the other 2.
I wonder why. For me, season 2 was like most of the episodes were like one shot, like a one story, and that's it.
Right. It was much weaker than the first season because they've already set everything up, and yet the plot is not really progressing in the second season. It was
fun at the beginning, but I kept expecting, so what's going to happen to the main story? Right. And it didn't really.
I think that's been like a challenge for the mangaka. Like, I think he got kind of lost and was like, I don't like know where this series is going. And I think taking the break helped like refocus, because when they came back, there's still lots of like one-off episodes about like other characters and other characters' backstories. And some of that has started to seem like the main point. Like a lot of the narrative becomes about the experience of war and why they're trying to avoid it. But they also started to develop a plot line in the more recent episodes of the manga that seems like it is going to go somewhere and like progress the overall story in a way that is going to be good. Okay. I hope.
Let's move on to today's word of the day.
All right.
Otaku, word of the day.
What is today's word of the day?
I think maybe we do tasogare. which means twilight, because that's the name of the main character, the dad, in Japanese. It's his code name as a spy is Twilight or Tasogare. And it also shows up in lots of other anime like Your Name, where it's like a really main
Tasogare Doki.
Yeah, Tasogare Doki. So twilight time. I also just like the word twilight in English, which I think is pretty cool. And it's the name of a really great play by Anna Devere Smith about the LA riots from 1994. It's like a sort of historically and socially important play. But yeah, and it like the narrative in the play, or the definition of twilight in the play, talks about it being a time when one thing changes into another, a sort of liminal time where things are in between, like, you know, a state of one thing and another. And that's like Your Name uses it in the same way, Tasogare Toki, of like, you know, things sort of blending from one space or time into another. That goes along with what Twilight does as an agent, right? He's like the man of 100 faces or whatever. He can like blend from one thing into another. And I think it's a central conceit of this show, where he's a spy, but he's also like a dad and a husband, right? And a psychiatrist, sort of.
If you were a spy, what would your code name be?
Damn, good question. I kind of feel like you maybe should come up with that, but I'm afraid of what you might say.
I don't know, Mr. Wikipedia or something.
I feel like that's not a very good like spy name. Like it would have, like, I think you'd have to go with something like boring, like The Professor or whatever. But like that's everybody.
Cisco.
Cisco.
I mean, your name is in it. No.
Somebody's definitely going to make fun of me with that name. Like, pretty soon. Yeah. I don't want to think too hard about this because I feel like it's just going to be embarrassing. What about you? What would your spy name be?
My spy name?
Yeah.
Silence.
Get out of here.
What?
I have to be Cisco and you get to be Silence. Like, come on. Oh, I don't even get a cool spy name? Come on.
Come up by yourself.
No, I can't think of anything good.
Philosopher? I don't know.
That is marginally cooler, but you're going to have to give me like a whole nother episode to think about like a cool spy name.
Okay.
It's still going to be dorky. I'm going to come back with something that I think is cool. And people will be like, oh my God, you're such a loser.
Okay, we'll keep up on it.
Next time we talk about Spy Family, I'll have something ready.
And we should introduce ourselves with code names.
Call me the Professor. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh, okay.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to add before we end?
I'm excited to see where this season goes. I hope that they aren't afraid of either hurrying up with like the good chapters of the manga or adding new stories that aren't necessarily from the manga, but do add to the show or just make it sort of like funny and enjoyable. But it's a fine line between like trying to do serious stuff that advances the plot versus like it's still a comedy, right? Question mark. And I think that's contradiction that's at the heart of the show. And so like they got to do some of both, but sometimes I think that leaves fans of one or the other type feeling unsatisfied.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. If you liked this week's episode, please give us good reviews on Spotify and the Apple Podcasts, or like and leave a comment on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and follow 2MOTAC and 3MOTAC. It'll keep us making more fun episodes. See you next time for more 2AMOTAC.